It says we're locked in. It's a mutual understanding foundation built. So I gotta ask you a question. Go back to your question, Chris.
My question?
Yeah, about you saying. I mean, well, what you said, your statement about you don't need paper to be married, right?
No, you don't.
Mm.
I disagree, and the reason I must disagree is because Chris say this all the time. I don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend because you done had a lot of boyfriend and girlfriends.
Yeah, but you ain't never had no husband and you ain't had no
So
wife.
how do you separate that this woman is more special to you in life? Now hold on. Before I know I'm asking you, right? But I want to lay this out. This is a groundwork out real quick. Typically, you're gonna say probably, well, I'm not probably gonna move in with somebody before that, so she gonna get that, or we gonna do different things. But most people in different relationships have done most things with those people.
I want to go out.
So
Chris. I want to go out.
Drake said one line that this is one of my favorite lines. He said, "What are we to do after we done did all the things we done did? Who is your replacement?" So if you done all this stuff with this person, you done stay with this person, you done stay with that person,
real.
or like with women, they got a baby here and a baby there with the other nigga. She can't give you that. You know, it so like if we talking about just we locked in, we build and all this stuff, then how do you separate and let this woman know? Hey, I look at you differently.
Yeah, like that's why I said the paper doesn't dictate my actions. At the end of the day, we could be married and I can be out here fucking every bitch on the West. What that document
You
say.
gonna do that? You gonna do that?
But I'm saying I can be married with this document and still moving and shaking like the document don't exist. So what I said is the behavior and the mindset that determines that we're married. Let's do this. Everybody, most people in here Christian.
Say yeah.
What are your documents?
Right.
Where your documents that show you a Christian?
I'm agreeing with you.
Where your
documents? I'm finna add on.
And people are diehard Christian now. They ain't never thought about changing their faith. They can't show you no paper.
I can show you my baptism certificate.
Hey, that's about as far as you gonna get.
But you can't show me your paper that you married to this faith.
Yeah,
But yet you wake up and pray to God every day without no hesitation. Yeah. So you don't. It's the same way. It's my behavior, my conviction to what I said I'm convicted to is determine whether we married or not.
But my hold on. But my question was, you woke up and you moved in with this last nigga. Now you doing it with me. Or you didn't woke up and did the same. Like I said, you were doing repetitive stuff.
Now we ain't doing it.
But I'm saying, of course, I know that we've talked about it. I know you ain't doing it, but for most people out there, when we talk about these relationships and doing repetitive things like moving in, people have multiple baby daddies, multiple baby mamas, a lot of shit. A lot of people didn't play house more times than not. We always talk about this.
Yeah,
most people didn't play divorce so many times too.
That's why that's the 85%. That's why anything, I'm not gonna lock in with anything that looks familiar, that prove the loss. Let's say, for instance, most people, like I can recall, let me see, one relationship. We was together about 3 years. It took us 3 years to have one argument. It took, I'm say it again. People mind so small, they think they can't coexist with a woman without no art. I was with this woman 3, and we stayed in the same apartment complex. This again, we stayed in the same. We argued one time in 3 years. So people think that you can't exist with your chick and without this toxic, these toxic run-ins. You can you'd have been on the job 10 years, ain't never got into it with your supervisor or a coworker. You'd have been on job 30 years, ain't never got into it with nobody. So how can you go to job for 30 years and you spend way more time at the job that you ever do with your significant other and not have a clean record? You got to make it make sense.
I agree.
So it's a will versus skill. Do you want this to be that way? That's why you build it to what you want it to be. You motherfuckers been on job 30 years, not no issue with no co-workers, and you in 8 to 5, Monday through Friday.
It sound like they just value their money and their job more than they value their significant other.
Well, most people do.
Goes back to you said
what?
That's real.
Can I add on to Chris? Can I add on to Chris real quick? Now, and this is one of the 3 reasons my last relationship ended, and this was probably the biggest reason. Honestly,
She finna
I
text
never
you 'cause
and I